Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. I am in an empty house right now. That sounds very creepy. I am in my new house. And other than these boxes and this borrowed table that I'm talking to you on, I'm in an empty house. So it's going to be a little bit echoey right now, and I cannot do anything about that for 10 more days, 11 more days until my stuff arrives. It was supposed to be here today, and it's not going to be here until, well, 11 days from now. But tomorrow is July the 1st, and so I got some things to kick off and chat about. So I'm going to start by getting out of the way. I am also having to use my laptop because my computer is with the rest of my stuff. But you guys have now seen all the videos and you know what's happening in the month of July. This is part of what I'm working on. Most of what I'm working on is right here on this page. These are the July specific 50 before 50 books. Now you can tell that I've also already read two things on this list. So I was thinking about just going to read the next one in the series, but I think I'm not. I'm not going to add anything else to my list. I'm just going to say I read those and they're gone off the list. So I got a little head start, I guess we'll call it. And those are already finished. I read them for the competition that I was doing, the Wonderthon competition, so they're done. These are the other July specific books that I have. And so I have 8,029 pages to read, which I have already subtracted these two books that I finished. So they're gone off the list. And this is the genre breakdown for everything. I know I'm blocking this that says fantasy up here at the top, but that is the largest category of books. I have one thriller. I have 6 mysteries. I have 5 romances, 2 horror, 1 sci-fi, and 1 historical fiction. So that is what the genre breakdown that I'm planning to read is. I have already removed the books that I read. They're going to keep coming down as I read them. The next slide is a breakdown of how I'm going to read them. Let me get out of the way. I'm going to go down here to the bottom. But up at the top, we have Chirp. Then we have Libby on hold. All 3 of these are on hold. Now, these 2 books right here have not come out yet. So I went ahead and put them on hold. We're going to see what happens with Libby, but I may end up purchasing those either on Chirp or Libro FM. We'll just wait and see when I get there. But they're all 3 on hold on Libby right now. I have 1 book that I already own on Audible, and I have 10 that I have already put to the side on Libby. I'm about to go right now and try to check them all out. Kings of the Wild, I've actually already checked out because it had to be put on hold and it became available, so I grabbed it. So I have Kings of the Wild. I'm about to go try to get all the rest of these. They were available when I first looked them up. Now we'll see if they're available or not. I own these 3 books physically. This one is a graphic novel, and then these are both on Libby as ebooks. So I'm going to try to check those out as well. Hopefully they're not on hold. These 5 books down here at the bottom, yes, I know I'm covering them up. I don't know how I'm going to get those or how I'm going to read those. So we're going to wait and see how that goes. Y'all, I am looking up these books and I looked up Jade Legacy and immediately it was like put on hold. And I was like, okay, I guess it's not available on Libby like it was. So then I go to Quicksilver, which is the second one on my list. Y'all, every one of the 4 libraries that I have right now, well, I have 5, but one of them has no copies at all. The other 4 libraries, I have several months wait on 3 of them, and one of them says about 21 weeks wait. What? How was this book available when I first looked it up? Join a shorter line for the audiobook at this library while you're still browsing. Oh, it's a shorter wait there? How is Oh, I guess several months is shorter than 21 weeks. Quicksilver has 1 copy in use and 246 people are waiting. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to be able to get it. I'm so mad about these tags. Okay, so the Jim Butcher book is available 12 of 20 copies available for small favor. So I got that one. Okay. Let me keep going through these. Okay, guess what? The Book Wanderers was supposed to be on hold, and it's not. Now it's right over here. Now Jade Legacy has gone on hold. Quicksilver, I don't know how I'm ever going to read this book. I need y'all to scooch over, please. Make some space in our hold area over here. Pages and code, straight to the top is where you go. All right, let's continue. Okay, so I have 9 of them because the book that was on hold is no longer on hold, and 2 of the books that were available are now on hold. So for Jade Legacy, oh wait, I didn't put it on hold. Let me go back and do that again. Okay, it's about a 4-week wait. There's 4 copies in use, 7 people waiting total. I'm going to go ahead and place my hold, and we're just going to see. But there's a couple of things that I'm going to do first. First of all, my member pick for the month is Lightfall, which is on my Kindle, and I just checked it out from Libby, so I have it available. So I'm going to start that tomorrow because I always like to start it as close to the beginning of the month as I can. I also have them all printed out here on a little sticker paper. So I'm going to cut out Lightfall so I can put it on my planner for tomorrow and start reading it first thing, not first thing tomorrow probably. Well, you know what? Maybe first thing tomorrow. Okay, so here it is cut out and ready to go. I'm not going to add it in there until I officially start to read it. And I need something that I can read tonight. You know what? Yeah, I need something that I can read tonight in the bed because I don't want to read Lightfall in the bed because I want to be able to talk about it. I always make a vlog for my members, so I want to be able to talk about it with them while I go through it. So what I thought I would do, I hope that this thing is not being ridiculous with its volume control. Anyway, y'all have to forgive me being in this house, trying to do it this way right now. I'm so excited for the house, and there will be a tour of the house coming up. Probably it may have already come up. I don't know, because I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to put things on here right now. But anyway, I figured since I picked a lot of these books based on wheels, that I'm going to put these books on wheels, and that's going to determine what I'm going to be reading. So I'm not going to put the books that are on hold on the wheel, but all the rest of the books go on the wheel, and I'm just going to read them as I spin the wheel, and when I have finished, I will spin again. So here's what I've done. I have all the books on a wheel, and over to the side, I have hidden the ones that I don't have. There are 2 physical books. They're both T. Kingfisher books that I have physically, and they're in my stuff coming in 10 days, 11 days. They're not here. They won't be here for a while. And then the books that are on hold or the ones that have not been published yet, those are all off of the wheel. So the only thing on this wheel, and also I took Lightfall off. Here's the tiny little picture of it because I'm definitely reading that one tomorrow. So we're going to see what I'm going to start reading tonight at midnight because I'm not starting too early. And I did put King of the Wilds on here twice, Kings of the Wild, which it landed on. But I did put it on here twice because it's the one that's due back to the library in under 10 days. So I wanted to have a higher percent chance that I would land on it, and I did. So I'm really excited about that. I've heard so many good things from everybody about how much I'm going to like it. So let's save this wheel, and then let me show y'all what I am watching in July. Now, because of Herked, and as you can see right here, there are things down here that I'm going to be watching. There's a musical, a play, a TV show, a web series, an animated movie, and a regular movie. So 6 things are on this list, and let's see which one of them I'm going to be watching first. Now, my son is going to watch these with me, especially he wants, oh my gosh, of course it's Catching Fire, because I was going to say he doesn't want to watch this one. So I'm going to hide it. That is the movie that I'm going to watch first. I was excited to see Murderbot. He's excited for me to watch the FNAF musical with him. So we'll get to that one when we get to that one. But I am excited to start Kings of the Wild, and start watching Catching Fire. I will come back and report in with you to you when I have gotten caught up or finished those, or maybe I'll check in on Kings of the Wild. We'll see. But I'm so excited to start them. I have about an hour before I officially kick off Her Kid 2. So I am excited about that, and I'm waiting until midnight because I don't want to start too early. Okay, I have finished Kings of the Wild. So if I take off the 502, I now have 7,687 pages left to read in the month of July. I had the number wrong because I didn't have the road up there, which is right underneath me, the graphic novel. I didn't have it counted, so I needed to add that in, and then I took out the ones that I've already read before the month started. So that is where we are now. Let me make it transparent and put a little firework over the top of it. And there we go. Now I'm going to go over here to the wheel and see what I'm going to read next. And then I will tell y'all what I thought about it. Spoiler alert, I loved it. Oh, we're going romance. Okay. It's 356 pages. I should be able to finish it tomorrow. Let's remove Kings of the Wild from here. And where is it? Oh, I own it on Chirp already. So I'm reading another book I own, which makes another 5 books, which means that I can get a new book. But I don't have one right now that I want to get, but it's in my pocket for when I do. Okay, well, not until after I read Mama's Boy, but that's what I'm reading next. And for Her Kid, it is in my 300s for the 100s. So I spun it as a wheel spin, and it is my 300 book. So what do I want to do over here? I guess sticking with the same theme, I'll just cover it up with a firework to say that I've done it. I think that's what I'll do. So that's it. Now, the Kings of the Wild. Number one, I have a couple of if you like this and if you don't like this. Okay. So you don't like traveling books, right? I know some people have said they don't like fantasy books that are traveling, moving from one place to another. Why are you looking at that? Anyway, so if you don't like that, this is not for you. This is literally going on an adventure, traveling. And they run into people, they run into monsters, they run into like all kinds of stuff along their traveling adventures. So if travel books are not for you, not that kind of travel, then don't read this. Secondly, I have seen this compared to um, dark fantasy books like the First Law books and by Joe Abercrombie. And here's what I'm going to say: the First Law books to me are better. They're like better, a smidge better. And they're also a little different. So let me explain. In this book, I told y'all there's one point of view. We are following Clay, who is leading us through their whole adventure. Everything that happens to them on their way, that's who we're hearing from. It's not jumping around to different places. It is Clay through the whole thing. In the First Law books, we get so many perspectives. We get perspectives from so many different people that it is easily confusing, especially at the beginning before you know who everybody is. Once you get who everybody is and what their voices sound like, it's fantastic and it flows really well. That same kind of humor from the First Law books are in the Kings of the Wild. So what I'm saying is, if you enjoyed the First Law books, any of them, I think that you would like this book, Kings of the Wild. There is a follow up book called Bloody Rose, and I put it on my want to read list. Now, this book came out in 2017, and Bloody Rose came out in 2018, and there is a third book listed in there, but there is no publication date. So I'm a little concerned that it's been 7 years since the last book came out, and that usually means that there might not be other books coming out. So I don't know. Maybe there will be, but maybe he wrote those two back to back and then started writing something else. I need to research him a little bit more. But anyway, Bloody Rose is on my TBR, my want to read. And I've already told y'all like what the book is about. Maybe I haven't. Yes, I did. But we're following the band of Clay and Gabe and all of the other guys. And they are, I mean, the people that they pick up along the way, y'all, the sweetest. I don't know what kind of monster it is. And I know I'm saying monster and sweet together, but everybody who's not human, they call them monsters. And oh my gosh, they were conjoined. They've had two heads, and one head was like disfigured and blind, and apparently had been blind his whole life. And his brother was the other head, and his brother was the sweetest. Like, literally, they were taken into captivity by a group of cannibals and had these chain things around their necks and were pretty much doing slave labor. But the brother told the other brother like all these things that they were eating, and he would describe it as if it was a feast and some kind of banquet instead of the gross stuff that they were actually eating. And he hadn't seen those things before, so he didn't know. He was just like, oh, this is great. And he told him that they had given them necklaces to wear and not like chains around their neck, like just making it better for his brother. And it was the sweetest. I can't tell you what happened with them, but they joined the band for a little while. And anyway, it was adorable and sweet. And there were so many people that he made me fall in love with, and they didn't all make it to the end. So that's another thing. It is mostly happily ever after, but it is not all happily ever after. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe this is not the one. But I would recommend it. Everybody give it a shot, as long as you're not turned off by the things that I've already said. Because some people just don't like traveling books no matter what. So don't do that. But anyway, we're moving from high fantasy. That was adorable. I loved that they were older protagonists. They were married with children, and that some of them were old men. And he was like, wow, you've gotten fat. That dude was like, what? Like, he said, I didn't know we were going to do this. I wouldn't have eaten a pie every day. Anyway, it had some really funny moments, and also it was so good and heart wrenching, and I'm giving it 5 stars. But like I said, I still think the first law is better, but I think this was fantastic. So I don't want to take away from it just because I think there's another book. I gave it 5 stars too. It'd just be 5 stars plus for the other one, and this one is 5 stars. But anyway, what a great way to start July with a 5 star book and a fantasy book. Now I'm back to romance. Hopefully, it'll be a cute romance, and I won't have any of those tropes that I don't like, because honestly, I don't know what this book is about. So I am going to go take a shower, get in the bed, and start reading Mama's Boy, and we will see what it is about. Okay, I am almost finished with Mama's Boy, y'all. My emotions for this book have been up and down and up and down. First of all, it's Avery Flynn. So when I went to download it last night on Chirp, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Avery Flynn. I love her books, which I do. And then this book was so good for 90% of the book. And then I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. And then I was like, no. The last 10%. Like, I know in the last 2%, they're going to be like, oh, never mind, we're happily ever after. But that third act breakup is killing me right now. Anyway, I'm almost done with it. I only have like 15 minutes. I'm very, very mad. So I was really liking our main character, especially the guy. I really liked him. And then he just turned. He just turned on me, and now I don't know how I feel about it. Anyway, I'm going to keep going with this series. This is Last Man Standing is a series, and yes, it's a new one, and whatever. I bought the books, so I started it. So this is another book that I own. That means that's 10. I'm making a list somewhere to keep up with the books that I have left, or I mean the books that I get to buy. So right now it's 1. I'm just going to save it up maybe for a little while. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to do? I'll probably save it up for one time when I accidentally buy a book and then I go, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be buying books, but I have it. I have it in there. So anyway, let's see what we're going to be reading next. And then what I didn't tell y'all was, was that I also am starting Catching Fire. Is that the name of the movie? Hold on. Catching Fire. Yes. I'm going to be watching that after dinner tonight with Wesley. And so I'm really excited about it. He watched The Hunger Games last night. And we're going to watch Catching Fire tonight. So I'll tell you about that in my check-in tonight. That'll be the next check-in I'll do. I'll tell you about that. And then I will spin the wheel to see what I'm watching next. So let's spin the wheel and see what I'm reading next when I finally force myself to read the very end. Oh, The mistletoe mystery. Yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go back to my girl. Molly the Maid is the absolute best. I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, I will do my update about Mama's Boy. Like I said, well, I'll do all of that, filling everything out because it's my Her Kid 300-page book, and Molly the Maid is my Her Kid 100-page book. So I might need to come back even later tonight and spin the wheel again. Ooh, okay, okay, that's it. Molly the Maid, I think, is on Libby. Let me look. Where do I have Molly the Maid? Yep, The Mistletoe Mystery by Nita Prose. And that will be me completely caught up with Molly the Maid series when I finish The Mistletoe Mystery. Speaking of series, is probably in an upcoming video really soon, I'm going to be showing you guys a new series tracker that Amara has made and shared with me just this morning, and I am obsessed. It automatically sorts everything into the categories. If I put them in the main page, it automatically sorts them. It's the best. Okay, I'm going to go finish this book that I'm very angry about and start Molly the Maid. I will check back in with y'all when I have finished Catching Fire. Maybe I'll do Catching Fire and read Molly the Maid and then check back in. We'll see. We'll all see together what I'm going to do. I'm so excited about Molly the Maid. Okay, I finished Mama's Boy and I logged it, as you can see right here. Well, you can't see that I did it, but I did the 300. So I have now read my 300 and my 500 page book, and I'm reading my 100 right now, and I'm almost done with it. So I'm not going to log it yet until I finish, but I am going to go ahead and spin. Let me get the thing going again. Oh, and something that was on hold, Quicksilver. Quicksilver is available at my library, so I get to add it to the list now. So now it's on here. So let's see what I'm going to be reading next. Oh, wow, we're doing little ones right now. This one's only 40 pages. Murder at the Kennan Hotel. And let me see how I'm reading it. Oh, it's one of the ones that I didn't know how I was going to read it. So that probably means I'm going to have to get it on the Kindle. No, because I'm going to have to buy it. Let me do some research. I did just earn to buy one book, but I really don't want to use it for one of these. Although that's a 50 before 50 book, so I do want to read it. It's $1.50 on the Kindle. Oh, it's 75 pages. Did I say it was 44? What do I have over here? On my page numbers, no, I have 74. Okay. Well, I don't know why I thought it was 44, but oh, I do need to do this. So let's take this off. Let's copy this and move it up here. 356 pages gets to come off the total. So now I have 7,331 pages to go to be done for the month. Okay. The other thing is I finished Catching Fire. Is that what it's called? Let me Yes, Catching Fire, the movie. So I'm going to put this down and, oh, no, wait, we didn't do that, did we? Okay. And I'm going to put this over that. I still have to enter that in Her Kid. I forgot. But I'm going to cover up Mama's Boy, and then I'm covering up Mama's Boy again right here. Okay. So I'm reading The Mistletoe Mystery, and then I'm going to read The Murder at the Kennan Hotel. And that's going to be on my Kindle. So we'll see how long that takes. Hopefully it won't take very long. But I do need to spin and see what I'm going to be watching. All right, so here are the things that I need to watch this month. So let's spin and see what it's going to be. Oh my gosh, my son's going to be so excited that it's the FNAF. Okay, great. That is a whole series. That's my web series. So I'm going to be watching that. That is right here, the web series. And that one, I'll probably watch it tomorrow with him because I think the whole series through all the episodes is less than an hour. So that is definitely what we will do tomorrow. I'm going to finish The Mistletoe Mystery and then read Murder at the Kennan Hotel, which is not a Her Kid book. It'll be the first non-Her Kid book that I have read so far this month. But I'm excited about how things are going. Like I told y'all when I was reading Mama's Boy, it was okay. It was not It was not great, and it was because of the third act breakup, specifically the guy. Like, I just didn't like how he changed and how his attitude changed toward the end. I didn't like it at all. So I'm going to give it three, maybe 3.5 stars. I love Avery Flynn, and I was so excited to read another one of hers. I'm just sad about this one. But I love his two cousins, and they're about to get their own books in this series, so I'm excited about that. As far as Catching Fire goes, this is going to make some of y'all very upset, and I'm so sorry about it. But when I watch movies that are super stressful and there's potential that lots of people are going to die, I need to know who's going to die, or I almost cannot watch the movie. I can't. Like, I cannot sit there. So I did have the wiki pulled up beside me, but not until the last 20 minutes. And I pulled it up and I looked at everybody that was going to die in the last 20 minutes. And honestly, I waited so long to look that nobody else died. By the time I looked at everybody had already died. So anyway, I liked Catching Fire. There was a part at the beginning, if you've seen it, it's not giving anything away. I mean, and these books are really old if you haven't read the books or seen the movie, but at the beginning, when they're going around doing their victory tour, Katniss and Peeta are, and they're standing there, and he gives the speech and says, like, we're going to donate money to the victims, or the whatever they're called, who went for the reaping and got killed from to District 11. And the families are just standing up there, like, how just gross. The whole thing is just gross. But anyway, so then Katniss steps up and she says, I didn't know this guy. And then she said, but I knew Rue. And she starts to talk about, like, what she knew about her and what she thought about her and how good of a friend she was. And I was tearing up. I was like, look at me, about to start crying during this thing. And I know all of y'all are reading Sunrise on the Reaping and you're all crying about Hamish. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But I loved how Catching Fire ended. I'm like, I'd be ready to go into the third movie if I wanted to watch movies, but I don't really care. I don't like to watch movies unless I have to. So Wesley's really liking it, though. He said he was definitely going to continue with the series. So he thought it was going to be awful. Like, he didn't think it was even going to be good. And he really liked the Hunger Games. And so he's going to continue. Okay, that is all for tonight. I am going to go to sleep and finish the Mistletoe Mystery before I go to sleep. And then I will be reading The Murder at the Kennan Hotel. Hopefully I can finish that pretty early tomorrow. And I'll check back in whenever I finish it. We're just making our way down this wheel for the month of July so far. It's been really nice doing it this way. I like it. It adds some randomization to it where I don't have to think about what I'm doing, but also I have a small list that I'm going off of, so it has to be one of those. I like it. Okay, that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow, probably. Okay, I'm tired. It's almost midnight, but I'm about to be done with The Murder at the Hotel, and I need to know what I'm reading next. So I'm just spinning, and then I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, and we'll talk about Mistborn Secret History. Okay, I finished watching FNAF with Wesley. It was so cute. And it was 8 years ago that they made this video. So if you have kids and they know anything about FNAF and like the storyline and they watch YouTubers who play FNAF, especially if they're older children and they used to watch it years ago, they've probably seen this. But anyway, it was a nice little web series that I got to watch with him. And now we're going to spin and see what the next thing is that I'm going to be watching. I have 4 things left. It looks like I get to watch Murderbot. Okay, great. I cannot wait. I've been holding off on it for a little while, waiting for this July 1st to get here. So I'm really excited about Murderbot. Okay, I finished the Mistborn book. Oh, I really want the blues to not be beside each other. I don't like it. Let me fix it. Oh, I can't fix it. I still don't know how they did that. Okay, I'm changing one of the names, the colors. Crowned and Dangerous is now going to be this color. Yeah. Okay, good. I cannot handle it. Okay, so the secret history. Oh my gosh. So, ah, good. Quicksilver is going to take me a couple days to finish, so I will not be checking in until I have finished it. And then when I do, I will come report back to y'all. And that'll be the end of this vlog is one more book. So that is the next one of my reads over here in the Herkid Hundreds. This one is 624 pages. The one I did for, oh, I didn't mark off FNAF. Let me mark that off. The FNAF musical. Great. But the one I did, the other Mistborn that I read was over here as one of this. Nope, that's Edge Dancer. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. The Secret History. 155 pages. So I do need to go to that board and take the pages down. I also finished this 50 before 50. So let's do that. Okay, great. And now I'm reading, oh, I read Lightfall. That was my member book. That's 247. So I need to go over here. Okay. Murder at Kennan Hotel, 74 pages, leaving me with 7257. Okay. Then I finished Mistborn Secret History. No, sorry. Then I finished the Mistletoe Mystery, 112 pages, leaving us at 7,145 pages. I can't believe I haven't been updating this one sheet right here. Okay, then 155, bringing us below 7,000 for the first time to 6,990. All right, then Lightfall, 247, bringing us to 6,743. And then, is that all? Yep, but I'm going right here. My second to longest book of the month is the one I'm about to read right now. So let me mark all of these off. I kept getting short books at the beginning a lot. So, all right, there we go. 8 books gone off of my July TBR already. No more Libby ebooks down here either. Those are all gone. Oh, I didn't take Mama's Boy off of Chirp. So I just have one book left on Chirp. I still have these 3 on hold, but these 2 haven't come out yet. So Jade Legacy is really the only one on hold right now, but that's it for now. Y'all, I found this hat. Ron packed it and I found it, and look at my hair. Like I feel like a trucker right now, or yeah, I don't know, but I grabbed it because my hair looks ridiculous and I wanted to film this really quickly. So I grabbed this hat. It's a Dallas Cowboys hat with paisley patterns on it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be watching Murderbot tomorrow. I have it out and ready to go. And then I'm going to get out Quicksilver and cut it out of all of these so that it's ready to go. I'm probably not going to start it till tomorrow, but yeah, that's it. It has been a wonderful 4th of July, and I'm excited about this coming up weekend. But Quicksilver next up, and then I will check in with y'all and end this video. I'll be back later. Okay, I have finished Quicksilver, and I did not like it. Okay, that's not true. I didn't hate it. I gave it 3 stars, and like barely 3 stars. I did not like single point of view. One POV, no. If you're giving me a romance, all POVs of everybody who is involved in the romance. That's the minimum that you owe people who are reading a book. If it is a book that is about the one character and it's not a romance about 2 people falling in love, it's just about one of them, then fine. But if it is about 2 people, you are shortchanging one of those people by not giving them their own point of view. So that's it. This was a story about a girl who didn't realize that there were fae people or fae beings, and she learned about them and everything else that went along with them and everything else that had to do with it. She learned things about herself that she didn't know. This is a series I will not be continuing. I do not care. However, if any of you guys read the next book and it's multi POV, I might come back because I saw what happens in the second book And for a while, it looks like people are separated and we have a storyline going over here, and she's not there. So surely there are other points of view since we're going to be in two different places. So I might be willing to come back to it, but I thought the magic system was interesting, but not enough to overcome what I felt like was a bad romantic relationship. Not that their relationship was necessarily bad. I just don't write it like that. I don't like it. Don't write it like that. So that's it. I had a great first week in my house reading tons of books. My stuff arrives in 2 days now. I cannot wait for it to get here. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you liked it, pick something from any of the books that you heard me talk about and share something about those. Maybe a sword for Kings of the Wild, because they definitely got in a lot of fights. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye.